Nina.
I'm Christina, and we're the Gorgeous Geeks. And so we want to talk about Fringe thus far, and I'm very glad to say that they got renewed for a 4th season.
Oh,
thank goodness, because I don't know how they would have wrapped it up with these alternate realities merging and everything. And it's just a crazy ride. I hate the alternate reality, Olivia.
Yeah, Olivia.
I can't stand her.
I can't either. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't care if she has a baby. Just take the baby and leave her there.
Well, you know what? I heard people say this is too much. This is dumb. How can it be dumb? If you get pregnant after you have sex, that's what happens.
I don't think it's too much or dumb because there has to be a reason for him to want to go back to her.
Forget about writing. That's just basic common sense. I'm sorry, world out there. If you keep your legs wide open, babies are just going to start shooting out of there, you know? That's what happens.
Right. And so, and they look at it this way, like maybe like the pill over there is different from the pill over here, so it didn't work. But they used the pill. Okay, that's thinking too deep.
Yeah, it is,
okay.
Because she's just walking in the house, she started making out with him, and probably just happened.
Yeah.
Because, didn't she start having sex with him because he came over the house and there was that dead guy, and she wanted to distract him, right?
Yeah, she wanted to kick it up a notch, and she wanted him to get attached to her so she wouldn't get curious about her and stuff. So, that's what happens. Look, we know that's what happens. Look, our parents had 7 kids. We know. Okay, anyways, I was wondering what was going to happen because when Nina Sharp went to Sam at the bowling alley, and she asked him, or they were talking about the book and everything about Peter,
the first people stuff.
and he said he's going to have to choose. She's like, oh, that's no brainer. He's going to choose our Olivia. He was like, you sure about that? So I'm like, well, what the heck is going to happen? Then you find out he still had feelings for her. But, he said that, the reason why he had feelings for her is because, it's what, him and the current Olivia could have. So it's kind of like, well, then I don't see how he can go back to liking her. But the other one having a baby, I don't think it's stupid. They say that the whole show is like, it's a thing of destiny versus science, kind of like fate, kind of like, Walter's very science and William Bell is more fate and destiny and stuff. So I think that it is just another thing in there.
But it's not that simple though. But it's like science working into like everything has a purpose. Everything has a meaning leading up to.
Kind of like every problem has a solution.
Yeah.
You just have to find out what the solution is.
I mean, everything is precise. Everything has a place in its unit. In the
I
universe.
don't understand why people want it to be exact. Anyways, I mean, it's science about like Johnny Storm fire people and monsters changing, invisible people.
Yeah, I just have to. I'm just watching it, and I'm just when Walter's explaining, I'm just nodding my head, and waiting for him to say something funny.
Basically, I mean, but let's talk about Walter. Man, he's such a good actor. And what do you think of watching it though? Because they have shown another softer side to Walter.
I still don't like Walter.
I don't like him either. I don't like him either.
I don't care if he wouldn't experiment on children. I don't like him. He freaked me out when they were talking about the Ashmore brothers when they had to get the one that was frozen back because they didn't want other people finding out that they're still alive. Not the fact that he was a criminal and he was destroying, the fabric of their reality, but for the fact that they didn't want everyone else to know that there's this big conspiracy thing. And it just horrified me to no bounds.
Yeah.
So I was surprised that he wouldn't, I guess, experiment on children, but it probably has to do something with the fact that his own son was taken.
Yeah.
Because essentially, they're the same people, just different things happen. Different situations, different things happen that make them different somehow. But so
the only person I really like in the alternate universe is Lee.
Yeah.
Agent Lee.
I was glad to see him in the regular universe. And
yeah, he's really cute to me. But yeah, I was very glad
I was wondering if anyone was going to, when he popped up, if anyone was going to say, hey, that's the guy from the other Fringe division on the other side of the, other universe.
Well, the only person people really know that is Peter and Olivia and Walter. But what's the point? I mean, there's a different version on every.
Yeah, I guess, but like, hey, that's a
But Peter did kind of look when he met him.
Yeah. So I was surprised he didn't say anything because he looked. So
yeah. So, but
I don't even like alternate Charlie. And he didn't really do much.
Well, alternate
to
Charlie,
my anger, but
alternate Charlie to me is kind of a douche. Like I kind of don't like him. I miss the original Charlie, but it's But Agent Lee, I liked Agent. I know, Rose was cool on both sides. I really liked Agent. I really like Agent Lee on both sides too. He was, and I think it's kind of cool how his feelings for Olivia came out. I think she might start liking him, but I think she's really, really in love with Peter still, even though she was over for only a short time. I think Olivia really likes Peter, and she wants him back. But the whole season just been so great. I thought it was very interesting with the floating people. Thought that was cool. The episode when going back in time and in the future, of course, you had to have Christopher Lloyd in there. I was like, oh my gosh, Doc Brown, and they have a Back to the Future type thing going on. So that was really awesome. There's just been some really good episodes with some really great guests. I love the episode with the husband and the wife that missed each other so much that they were literally crossing universes.
Well, yeah.
That's a movie right there.
Yeah.
Like, I missed you so much.
The Lake House Part 2.
Yeah, and so I thought that was very awesome.
The episode with the guy who was taking the girl's donor parts to put her back together was so creepy.
Oh my god!
When he had her dancing,
like the zombie ballerina.
That was so odd.
He's like, oh, she's dancing. Then he reanimated her, and he was like, her soul wasn't, like, her body was working, but she had no soul, whatever. So I thought that was very interesting as well.
The episode when they showed young Olivia and young Peter, I was really not into that episode that much
until the
very end, when you found out Olivia crossed over and basically told Walternate about alternate realities and stuff.
Yeah, so it's kind of like she started.
Like I was just watching it. I'm like, this is okay, I guess.
Which I always wondered. I was like, how did he know? About the other universe. Like, how did he come to that conclusion that his son was kidnapped on the other side? And they answered that question, and it was just kind of like a shocker. It was a shocking moment. Like, Walter started it, the whole process, but Olivia, like, like, Walter put the game in, and she pressed start on the remote control. Like, seriously. Like, that was crazy. That was a crazy moment. What do you think of William Bell inside of Olivia? First of all, what about her accent during William Bell's
It's so weird.
It's creepy. It's creepy, but she does a very good job. Think about it, she's Australian, she's doing an accent on top of an accent.
Yeah.
So props to her.
She said she called John Nobel to talk about, get some tips, I guess. He's an amazing actor. It's a shame that he didn't get nominated for an Emmy. It's a shame he was robbed.
I know.
He was robbed.
And I know they have to pick certain episodes, and those episodes are the ones that are presented to Emmy, but every episode, he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing, and 10 times better than any... I can't think of another actor that's on any show that has done a better job than John Nobel on Fringe.
Yeah.
He's literally one of the best actors I have seen, period. He is phenomenal. Especially when you get glances at both universes, because so one part he's kind of crazy and goofy and stuff, the other time he's like really serious. And it's very interesting that William Bell went inside of Olivia. I was kind of wanting to see Leonard Nimoy again, but it's still cool. Very creepy, very interesting. This show is so unpredictable. You can kind of get some idea of what might happen, but you really don't know how they're gonna do it. And, where exactly the tables will turn or how.
I don't know how they're going to end this. And with Peter, it was all building it with Peter and the machine and Walternate.
Well, he has to find out that Olivia just had his baby.
Well, yes, she has to find out, but
who do you think? Okay, I have something. I have an idea. They showed Jorge or Hurley from Lost on an episode of Fringe. It was only for a few seconds. And so I don't believe anybody shows anybody for no reason, for just a little bit. And I think that meant something. Especially how he was talking to him about William Bell. What if and this is a big if William Bell leaves Olivia and goes aside with Hurley, and Hurley is a cast member on Fringe.
Mm-hmm.
I would love that. I would.
Well, what would happen? He has to inhabit somebody who probably doesn't have any brain function or anything like that. So what's gonna happen to Hurley? Are you saying?
I would like to see him on the show. The same people who do Lost did the show.
Yeah.
Same people. So, you know. I think it'd be cool. Well, I just think that's my theory that it could possibly happen.
Okay. Well, own it.
I'm gonna own that.
Wow.
And when it happens, I'll be like, told you so. Yeah, all we can say is that this show is so unpredictable. We don't know what's gonna hapen, and we just are on the edge of our seats every episode.
If you're not home on Friday, because we have church and stuff, leave the TV on box.
You just leave it on there. So they can
even if you don't watch a show, if you don't have anything to do on Friday, just leave it on Fox.
Yeah, and if you leave the house anyways, you should have a light going so burglars won't come in your house anyways. So just turn the TV and leave it on channel 2.
Yeah.
Leave it on Fox. Or whatever. Whatever channel it is.
Channel is on for you and Fringe on.
Turn it on. Just leave it on. Yeah. Give them some weight. Anyways, tell us what you think about how the show is progressing and what's going on. Anyways, I'm Katrina.
I'm Christina.
And we're the
Gorgeous
Gorgeous
Geeks.